Well folks, a very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Lincolnshire. Cockney Kayaker here, good to have your company as always. Today is the 31st of October, which means obviously Halloween. And this is the evening when I do my Halloween night stroke ghost hunt paddle. So I've just arrived here, it's about 3 o'clock, maybe just about 10 to 3. So I'm going to set up and join me when I'm on the water. Catch up with you shortly. So eventually on the water, it's about 20 past 3. I've got a paddle of about 60 minutes to my destination. It's a lovely evening. It's quite mild actually. No rain forecast, no wind. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this paddle, and I have been for quite some time. The plan is I'm going to get to my destination and set up. Hopefully it will still be somewhat light when I get there. That'll give me an opportunity just to kind of get set up a little bit. I've only got real basic stuff with me this evening. I'm going to stay at that destination until around midnight, and then I'm going to have a paddle back to where I just put in. And there is good reason why I'm actually, well, probably 2 reasons why I'm doing this particular paddle. So the first reason is I wanted to actually do a nighttime paddle, something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. The second reason why I've decided to do this paddle at midnight this evening is because earlier on in the year I was camping at this particular disused lock, and I was told a story about a ghost that hovers around the lock and is kind of seen on, you know, floating backwards and forwards and on the Ancholme. So I thought, well, probably the best time to see a ghost would be Halloween, midnight surely. I don't know. I've never seen a ghost in my life before, and if I'm perfectly honest with everyone, I don't believe in ghosts. I was surprised to realise that 1 in 3 people do believe in ghosts, which I thought was quite a high figure. There's a strong belief that, you know, ghosts and spirits, etc., you know, do exist. I've been quite meticulous really with preparation for this trip, because at the end of the day, you know, I am going to be paddling back in the dark. Ideally it would have been better, I guess, if someone was with me, but the problem is all the people I know are scared of ghosts. You know you are. I'll mention no names. But originally I was going to do this in my Italy drop stitch kayak, but I decided against that. I don't know why, and decided to come in my Go Plus. I've had the kayak out today, making sure that you know, it's in, you know, tip-top condition. I've got a variety of head lamps, head torches in my bag. I've got a little light to go on the front of the kayak. I've got a torch, or 2 torches actually, so I've got plenty of lights. You know, but nevertheless it's still paddling at night, and it's still going to be dangerous. I do know this stretch of water really, really well, so I know where all my kind of waypoints are, if you like. The only problem, and I've said this time and time again on the Ancholme, that should I run into any difficulty, I don't really have a lot of places to kind of get out, you know, comfortably. So the chances are I'm going to get wet, and I've already tested the water. It's blooming cold. The wind's just starting to get up and the temperature's dropping. I can feel it on my legs actually. I wish I would have put my dry suit on, but I've got my wetsuit on and I've got some waterproofs on, a couple of pairs of socks, some boots, and you know, some base layers on. So I'm just going to spend the next few hours just maybe go for a walk, and yeah, just relaxing, and then about, you know, midnight I'm going to jump back on the kayak and try to find this ghost. If I'm perfectly honest, I don't really hold out much hope of seeing a ghost. I have done my research. I've been watching Most Haunted on Sky, programme that I've never really watched, to be honest. But I thought you know, maybe get some tips. And the one thing that I kind of took from watching quite a number of episodes of Most Haunted is they tend to hear a lot of noise, but no one actually sees anything. And I've done some research, and I've never really seen a ghost caught on camera. So, you know, it's fair to say that I'm quite sceptical that I'm going to capture one, you know, a rookie. But then you never know. I might do. Like I said before, you can't absolutely say that ghosts don't exist, because you can't prove that, or I can't prove that. So I have to remain, I suppose, open-minded. But we'll see. In the meantime, I'm going to drink my hot chocolate. I'm going to cook a little bit of something. I don't know what I've got. Pork chops, I think, lamb chops. For obvious reasons, I decided not to bring any alcohol this evening. If I do see a ghost, I perhaps wish that I had bought a hipster of whiskey. Yes, I'm just about to cook something to eat, and then I hear a banging. I don't know whether it's coming from there. Okay, I don't know whether you can hear that. It looks like someone's chopping up some timber. But I've had a walk over there and there's no one there. As far as I'm aware, I don't know of any animal that kind of chops wood. So maybe we are going to see a ghost. Very, very odd. Very odd. a lot of you will know, I spend quite a bit of time up here at Ancholme Hill Lock. I do a lot of camping, and I have to say that, you know, the amount of times that I've camped here, I've never seen, heard, you know, any ghosts. But then I wouldn't really have been looking for ghosts. But on one particular camp that I did here, I spoke to a woman who I guess could only be described as very, very eccentric. She told me to be aware of a ghost that frequents this lock area and drifts from here down towards Bishopsbridge. She explained to me that up until about 1910 there used to be a sort of wooden dwelling. It's quite modest, but you know, very, very sort of basic, and it stood around about half a mile from here, sort of north-west, which is that kind of direction over there. As I understand it, there lived a young couple. He was a sort of farmhand, and she, I guess, would be described today as a homemaker. Apparently they had lived there for quite a number of years, working hard, long hours, just desperately trying to make a modest, you know, living. Accounts recalled that frequently the couple argued and fought, and by all accounts alcohol played quite a big part in these arguments. Apparently during one of these regular arguments, a fight sort of broke out, and the husband, who's not been able to find his name or any clarification of this story, by the way, fled from the house and made his way here to the lock, which was something that was quite normal for him to do after an argument. Only this particular evening his wife followed him, and the fighting and the arguing sort of continued. Long story short, she was whacked over the head with a bottle. She fell into the lock, kind of up there, if you can see it, and she drowned. Her body was never retrieved. Her husband left the scene, left the house and moved away, location unknown. One local actually believes that the ghost of the murdered wife is now haunting this lock and the Ancholme down towards Bishopsbridge. Apparently she's been seen by a number of local people walking their dogs, drifting up and down the river. Now it's Halloween. It soon's going to be launch time for me, the witching hour, 12 o'clock, and I'm going to do my best to try to get this ghost on camera. Like I said before, I don't hold much hope. Alright, so it's just before midnight. I'm just literally got on the water, so I'm just going to hang around here at the lock. It's quite a good moon tonight. I've got loads of natural sort of lighting. It's brilliant. Well, I've spent about 20 minutes, 30 minutes round by the lock, and other than a few sort of noises that probably will be animals, you'll be surprised to know that I haven't seen any signs of a ghost. But it's not all lost, because apparently it heads down towards, you know, Bishopsbridge, so you know, I may get an opportunity to still see her. It's a great evening because I can actually, I'm going to cover my hand with a light. I can still, I don't know whether that makes any difference, but I can actually paddle without any light. It's such is the brightness of the sky. Brilliant. know, sort of it's rather quite dark. When the clouds cover that little bit of moon, it is really dark and quite eerie actually. Like I say, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, and I suppose travelling at night through somewhere like Lincoln would be great because you've got loads of neon lights and some kind of activity, but you know, even here you feel kind of quite vulnerable, and although it's lovely and peaceful because the noises of the owls and you know, the little beck and just the noise of the water. It's really nice, but like I say, quite eerie. Yeah, God, fingertips have gone numb. How these swans and ducks put up with this, I'll never know. I just heard a noise. Not a ghost or anything like that, some kind of animal, but not sure what it was. Probably maybe a werewolf. One of the one of the nice things about paddling at night is it's so peaceful. The only thing that's really sort of frightened me is all of a sudden you'll get some ducks that just take off from nowhere, and the blooming noise, it sort of makes you jump. Kind of used to it now because there's been loads of ducks sort of setting off and making a racket, but it just catches you out now and again, and sort of puts you on edge a little bit. I've seen a few sort of voles or whatever swimming across the river. I'm not sure whether they're rats or I don't know. But still no sign of our ghost. No noises, nothing really. But you know, I've still got a bit to go, so you know, fingers crossed something may happen. But honestly, I don't think this is going to be the last sort of paddle that I do at night. I think if you pick an evening where, you know, you've got a good moon, it makes all the difference. I think if it was dead overcast and pitch black, it would not probably be as interesting. But you know, I've heard owls, I've seen barn owls. You know, it's brilliant, really nice, really enjoyed it. I'm almost back at Bishop's Bridge. Been a great way to spend Halloween. It's been a long day. I think I left yesterday afternoon. Got to Bishop's Bridge, I think it was about 3 o'clock, something like that. And I'm just about to get back to Bishop's Bridge, and it's about 20 to 2 in the morning, so I'm cream crackered. I'm ready for a shower and I'm ready for bed. Not seen any ghosts, however I do have a camera on the back of the kayak, so I will be reviewing that footage, and you never know. But call me a pessimist if you want, but I think it's highly unlikely that I have seen anything or the camera's picked up anything. But that aside, you know, it's been a great paddle. Certainly ain't going to be the last night paddle that I do. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm thinking in my head of various places that I can go, of stretches of water that I know reasonably well, and I don't think it'd be too long before I'm back out doing it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. It really does help and would be much appreciated. And until the next time, safe and happy kayaking.